Okay, so can we talk about the people who carried the sound and made room for the sound before the rooms were even there? The people that lifted the sound up and made sure that it traveled. Because trust me when I tell you, sound doesn't just travel, we have to carry it. And there's people that did that built the foundations. Can we talk about them? Before Afrobeats was mainstream, people had to play it, people had to vibe with it. They had to make space in the rooms for it. And this is somebody that did just that, a pioneer in that space. So can we talk to him? Can we really vibe with him today? He's London raised. Afrobeats is in the soul. Neptizzle, can we talk? Welcome. Thank you for joining us on Can We Talk, the podcast where we speak to our unspoken heroes, our unseen heroes, the people that make the creative industry move. And that's what we're here to do today.
That's it, let's talk.
Before we get too deep into it, I need to know more about the name. Tell me about the name, Neptizzle.
Shortest story. I probably named myself this in secondary school, so I've had it for a long time.
Okay.
I used to love the Neptunes, the producer duo Pharrell Williams, Chad Hugo.
Okay.
I wanted to be a producer before I became a DJ. And that was just, it's like your kid, you think you're being creative with a name and the name just stuck, and that's it.
That was it,
That's
just
it.
like that.
That's it.
Just like that, you got one of the hardest names for DJs out there. DJ Neptizzle.
I don't know.
I like
As
it.
time goes by, I'm just like,
We're over it.
I could have chose something else, but here we are.
So if you had to change it, what would you change it to?
I have no idea. Maybe my government name.
Are we sure?
David Guetta, Calvin Harris. That's probably not even their government names, but it
Probably
sounds
not.
nice. It sounds expensive.
So, I'm not mad at it, but we'll stick with Neptizzle for now.
Yeah, for now.
For now.
I'll let you know if I change it.
If you change it, please let me know. I want to be the first to know. My request. Okay. So let's get into the journey a bit more, right?
Yeah.
If I had no idea, or if the people watching have no idea, who is Neptizzle?
Who is Neptizzle and what has Neptizzle done? I've been a DJ since about 2007 in terms of like playing African music. Before that, I was playing, UK genres, or the obvious genres like dancehall, hip hop, R&B, garage, all of those things. But from about 2007, I started playing hip life, high life, and other African genres. And from then, I really wanted to make it a thing where African music should be as mainstream as dancehall, because dancehall had their run in the 90s and 2000s.
It's been done.
And for me, it was like, African music is just as good. Why can't this be in the charts? So it was my mission from about 2007 to kind of get African music mainstream in the UK. And it's now mainstream in the UK.
It is. We are going to get into that because, guys, when we say pioneer, we're talking pioneer. There's legacy in this room right now. But I want to get into that a bit more in depth a little bit later. You said that if it wasn't DJ, it was going to be producer.
Yeah.
What made you say, okay, no, scrap that?
The producing thing kicked off. I mean, the DJing thing kicked off because producing, you're sitting in a dark room by yourself, long hours, just learning, and there really is there's no shortcuts, and there's no instant rewards. And there's nothing at the end of the tunnel to say you're gonna make it, and and then I kind of stumbled into DJing because I wanted to pick up a hobby. I told my sister that, and I was probably about 16, 17 at the time, and she bought me decks, took me to West End DJ in like just off Oxford Street, and bought me decks and trying to kind of keep me off the streets and keep me doing something positive. And then kind of like stumbled into it, became a hobby. Yeah. And then people started paying me to do it. And people started recognizing me for it.
Okay.
And I was like, okay. And then I kind of put all my energy into just being a DJ.
Yeah.
So, and then it just took off.
Guys, in this life, have sisters. That's what I'm going to say. In this life, have sisters.
I got 4.
Ooh. Only boy?
I got a younger brother. So I'm the first boy.
You're the first boy. 4 girls.
4 older sisters.
What was that like? Because I'm an older sister.
I got bullied every day.
Yeah.
I got bullied every day, but once you get older, they treat you better once you start standing up for yourself, and they know they can't bully you anymore.
I promise you,
But
they still know they can stick it on you if they wanted to.
Yeah, if they gang up, they could probably beat me up. But in terms of like love, sisters, man.
Have sisters, guys. I say this to everybody. So this whole thing, you've been self-taught?
Self-taught in DJing.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Had friends around and kind of just, we did a whole grime thing on like turntables and vinyls.
Okay.
So that's like proper manual. You learn how to do it. So yeah, just learning the basics, self-taught, but learning how to play in a club. I'd have to learn off other DJs. So DJs like Big L, French Kiss, Moss Camp, who were absolutely huge in the Ghanaian scene in London at that time, 2000s and early 2010s. So those are like the guys that I was looking up to. You have to watch and learn. That's how I learn best. I like watching people do it, and then I just kind of add my own kind of
sauce. You put your little sprinkle on it.
That's it.
You know,
MSG.
You got to season the stew. You know, MSG and all that. You got to do all of that. Obviously, you said before it was dance hall, and they were really doing the thing. Why did you decide straight away? Obviously, you said that Afrobeats needed its own vibe, it needed its own space. But why Afrobeats? Why didn't you feel like, let me actually just become a full-on dancehall DJ and really hone into that? Why Afrobeats? What made you connect with that more?
The first time I played it was at my best friend's sister's graduation house party, Ghanaian house party, right?
Okay.
He gave me a CD full of like hip life, high life records. And at first I was unsure because I've never heard it played outside before.
Okay.
So I'm going to play it for the first time. And it's, for me, I don't know what's going to happen. So I played all the other genres. And then it got to the time where I'm supposed to play hip life, high life.
Yeah.
First track. The room changed.
What, the aunties jumped?
It wasn't even aunties.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't even aunties. It was like young people. So they were probably about 20s at the time.
Okay.
Early 20s. And people just went crazy. Everyone came together. And I was just like, what is this feeling that I'm getting? And it just gave me a feeling of, this is really good music. And it makes people dance. And as a DJ, that's all you want to do.
That's all you want.
You want people to dance. So from then, it was from that. It was that feeling that it gave me.
I know they looked at you like, is this Nep that's playing this music? Like, what's this vibe right now? What are we doing in this room?
Yeah, even me, I was just like, I didn't know what was happening. And at that time, who knew that I'll be now sitting here with you today in Ghana?
I know. So,
and that's just like a house in East London. I've still got a picture. My hair was long, baggy clothes.
Where can I get that picture? I'm gonna need that.
It's online somewhere.
I'm gonna need that picture.
I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna send it to you. The origins.
Yes, no, because the origins are very, very important.
Mm-hmm.
I do want to pause here, and as I said, I need to give you your flowers. Before you walked into this room, I was telling the crew and everybody in this room who DJ Neptizzle is. When I say pioneer, honestly, you've done your thing. You've created legacy. Like, I'm from London. I may not be that old in the scene or whatever the case may be, but I know what it means to hear Afrobeats and to be able to hear music that resonates with your culture, resonates with what makes you want to dance, makes you happy in locations that years ago would have never done that. And the legacy that you've created means that it can be freely played in these rooms. People can come, like Blacko can come have a sold out concert in London because people know his music. Wizkid can come and do his thing because people know his music. And it's because people like you made those spaces. You put people in those rooms. So honestly,
thank you, man.
Yeah.
Trust me, it wasn't easy. There was at the very beginning stages, I played at parties where I'm playing, and these, before we even called it Afrobeats. Afrobeats, the name came probably about 09 or 10 when we started using that term. But there was parties that I played at, people didn't understand the music, and people coming up to me like, bro, what are you doing?
Not turn it off.
Yeah, turn it off. What are you playing?
Yep.
So, like, you don't get that now. Now it's like, if people don't like it, they just move to the side and let people have their fun.
Yeah.
But back in the day, it was just like maybe 5, 10-minute sets, 15-minute sets.
And then after that, everyone's over it.
Yeah, it's like, well, people really wanted it. It was a time where
it wasn't cool.
It wasn't cool. It wasn't cool, and we had to make it cool. And now it's very cool.
Extremely cool.
Extremely cool.
Sorry. No, honestly, you've done your thing. You are part of the groundwork of what it means to hear Afrobeats. So, like, guys, when you're coming to the shows and you're hearing things, think of people like that. For real, for real. You've allowed it to be played freely. And did you realize the responsibility that you had when you was actually starting? Or do you feel like you was responsible, if that makes sense?
Nah, you're young. I mean, I wouldn't say it was responsibility. It was more, I'm young, I want to do something. And when you're young and dumb, no one can really tell you no. You don't know what your limits are.
Yeah.
So it was always, this is going to be big, this is going to be big. I never really had any doubts. There's, there were the moments where people are like, what are you doing? Or people that don't get it. But it's just like, I don't care. If you don't get it, I don't care. Because there's a big population of people who do get it. And going to Ghana as well and seeing, my first time in Ghana was 2009. Just seeing the reception of, the local music at home. Even if it dies in the UK, it will always be big here.
Yeah.
And it's not just here, it's the whole continent. So my thing is always, it's going to be big. And if you guys don't like it, it's going to be big somewhere else. And you're lacking. You're sleeping on it.
It's time to wake up, boo. Wake up. Obviously, you live between radio and real life as well. That's like a controlled space and very unpredictable crowds. When you go into an event and you're the main DJ, what do you do to like get the room started? What's your go-to where you're like, oh, this room is looking a bit shaky. I need them to know that I'm about to touch the decks. What's your go-to?
What's my go-to? What, go-to song or what am I thinking in my head?
What's your thoughts beforehand? And then when you're like, this room ain't really feeling it, I know what song I'm going to play. What is that go-to song?
What is that go-to song? It really just depends on the room because there's so many different rooms. And the deeper you get into DJing, you realize you can't play everything everywhere.
Yeah.
The same set that you did yesterday might not work today. So I'd always say get in an hour before your set, see what the DJ is playing before you, see what people are reacting to, look at the age group as well, because that matters. And then kind of just go off that, probably start with the classics, ones that everyone knows of all generations, and then go a bit deeper into the new stuff. And if it's too new, then you kind of just reel it back and then go into like the more commercial stuff or the obvious stuff. So there's a lot of mental gymnastics.
I need to ask you this, yeah? Because sometimes when I'm outside and I'm looking at DJs, yeah, be honest. Do you guys even enjoy your nights out?
If the DJ is good. If the DJ is good, then I can actually rest. But sometimes, if the DJ isn't so good, I'm too busy criticizing the DJ in my head and not having a good time because it's like, I wouldn't have done that.
Like, how we mixed
how did we get there?
Like,
it didn't make sense. But if you got a really good DJ, you're not even listening to me. You're just enjoying like everyone else.
Okay, because I'll be going out and some DJs just be looking at each other like, Brother, why'd you do that?
And it's competitive out there as well. DJ scene is very competitive.
Really?
100%.
Why? I would have never thought that.
No, 100%. Just like any industry. Like if you got a lot of people doing one thing and everybody wants to be
the best,
the best or the most popular or the highest paid, it comes with a lot of competition because there's only so many positions that you're gonna have. There's only 1 or 2 main slots in a night, and you might have 5-6 DJs in a night, and everybody wants to be the main DJ, but everyone needs to play their role. If you're the warm up, be the warm up.
Be the warm up.
If you're the main guy, be the main guy or the girl. So, but everybody wants to be the main person.
It can only be a few at a
time.
But
at the same time, it's a nice space.
You feel loved in it?
Yeah, I would say so. Especially when I come to Ghana, man. I have so many DJs come up to me and just show love. So, it's nice.
It's nice. Okay.
It's nice.
Keep showing love, guys.
Of course.
In this industry, love is what's going to make it make sense.
Yeah, because there's not enough money in it.
There's not enough money in it. Can we talk about Afro Paradise?
Afro Paradise is my baby. Something I created with DJ Fifi, and we also have another 3 members behind the doors who aren't, DJs or
they don't allow it. They don't
public figures. But it's something that we created as a kind of like a fuck you to the industry. So the bookings that we wouldn't get, that we felt like we should have been on them lineups. We're like, okay, we're not going to rely on you guys no more. We'll create our own platform. We'll do our own parties.
Okay.
We're in control. We book the DJs. And if we want to be the warm-up DJs or the main DJs, we can do that. So it was just having control and not feeling like we've done all this work. And you kind of get sidelined because there are so many DJs and there's so many cliques. So yeah, it's just our own thing to be like, you know. And also at the same time, there's a lot of parties out there that aren't so good. We're DJs. We know how to kind of throw parties. So we have full control, man.
I know you do it in New Year's in Ghana.
Yeah, so New Year's Eve in Ghana, we've been doing that since, I think 2019.
Why New Year's?
Okay, so this is before that. There was no New Year's Eve parties.
Okay.
Do your research. There was no like big New Year's Eve parties in Ghana. In the UK, our culture is New Year's Eve is one of the biggest nights. Going out, everything is double the price. And everybody's there for countdown, right?
Yeah.
That's the thing. But in Ghana, I found that everybody went church. And then when you went church after that, you'd go home. There was nothing to do. So Afro Paradise was like, okay, we're going to create New Year's Eve. And let's see what happens. There was also people telling me it's not going to work. But now it's one of the biggest parties on New Year's Eve. And there's also other promoters doing New Year's Eve as one of their biggest nights as well.
Yeah.
So another thing that we created. Argue with your local MP if you disagree.
Whoever that is, that's up to you and your God. Do you get? It's up to you and your God. But it is shaking rooms. You lot just had gigs. The landlord himself.
The landlord.
Touchdown in Ghana and shell it at Afro Paradise. What was the thought process behind that? When you was thinking, oh, we got to bring someone to Ghana. What made you say gigs?
I mean, we're a UK party, so we were like,
facts.
Ghana has their thing. The Americans do their thing as well. They have their nights. So we're like, we're the UK side. What can we do? And it was just like, who can you bring that's huge in the UK? That's really gonna make noise, shake the room. And it had to be the landlord, man. Gigs.
It had to be.
And he's not done a headline show out here, so it only just made sense. Because we could do the Afrobeats thing, but I feel like during the 2 weeks of Dirty December, there's Afrobeats artists everywhere that it comes to a point where it's not exciting. It's only exciting if you bring someone that you don't expect to be here.
And I didn't expect gigs, okay? I didn't expect gigs. When I saw the posters, I said, oh no, you lot are disrespectful. I said, no, you lot are rude. I said, gigs in Ghana. This is making so much sense. You guys saw the visuals. The room was sold out. It was packed. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Afro Paradise, has there been an Easter edition?
Yes, we do Easter as well. So we've probably been doing that last 2 years.
2 years.
My memory's bad, but last 2 to 3 years. Easter is a lot more mature in terms of the crowd.
Okay.
I find it's not as busy as December, but it's slowly getting there. And I've seen Ghana go like since 2009, from Ghana in December to Dirty December, you know. And this is the beginning stages of Ghana Easter, and then it might be called something else. But it has huge potential. Ticket prices are already crazy. Airlines, you know who you are. British Airways.
If we say names, they will say that we're talking.
But yeah, ticket prices are already like 1,000 plus. So they already know the demand is there, and demand is going to get bigger, especially those who don't like December because it can be a bit hectic. There's a lot of people. It's hard to get into the clubs. It's hard to get reservations.
You won't catch me.
There's no space on the beach.
Me in December again, not gonna lie
really?
to you.
Yeah. So people like you.
Yeah.
Easter
the old ladies.
Easter's going to be the one.
Okay, so Afro Paradise this Easter.
Easter Sunday.
Oi. So straight from church, he has risen straight. Straight. Okay.
That's our only competition, church.
I love that. Now, I want to ask you, what does Ghana give you that London doesn't?
For me, it's a whole list, but peace. Something really peaceful about Ghana, and that's why I've always come back to Ghana. I've been other places, but for me, Ghana is just like I could stay here for a long time and not feel irritated. You know, the weather The sunshine, of course.
Of course. Of course.
You're not getting that in London in December, unless global warming does a madness. The food.
What's your favorite dish?
It's between fish and chips, which is yam chips and tilapia.
Okay. Okay.
Or catfish and yam chips.
Okay.
Wache in the mornings.
With all the accompaniments. Everything.
Yeah. Most things.
Most things. Okay.
Most things. The only thing I don't like is
What wele?
wele.
Wele.
Yeah. I don't have the jaw strength for that.
Yeah, no, it's too much. Too much.
But everything else I'm cool with. But yeah, wache, fish and chips.
Yam chips and tilapia.
Yeah, yam chips. I just call it fish and chips.
And they understand. They understand. Okay, so we're gonna switch gears for a second. This is something I do for fun. I'm not testing you, not policing you, but you're basically Ghanaian. Okay, you've come back here more than I've come. So it is called How Ghanaian Are You?
We're gonna find out today.
We're gonna find out. It's brought to us by How Ghanaian Are You? The game. I'm not actually gonna go through the card games right now. I've got some questions separately from this, but trust me, guys, you need to get this. It's not about bloodlines. It's about strictly vibes. Are you ready?
Let's go. Don't embarrass me, please.
Okay. A few Ghana coded scenarios, yeah? Answer honestly. Don't think too hard. Yeah? Jollof or fried rice?
Jollof.
Banku with what?
Tilapia.
Whatever in it. If you hear Chalet, how are you responding?
Yo.
Okay. Do you feel like you understand enough tree to know if somebody's insulting you?
Yes. Maybe more by the tone.
By the tone.
And the body language. But yeah, I've got certain words that I understand.
Tell us something. Say something to us.
I don't want to... My aunties might be watching.
Oh, yeah, true. Auntie, forgive. Okay, can you say something in tree? Eee. Why you dear?
That's why.
He's even done better than me. My tree is even can. But anyways, do you think you can survive a 4-day in Accra traffic without complaining?
Yes, because they sell food on the roadside.
I mean, just give me a buffer and a fan ice and I might keep it zip.
London, different story.
I got to pull up and go Morley's. I got to pull up. Come on, man. How long before you accept Ghana time is just a suggestion?
How long? As in, how long am I waiting?
How long until you're just like, okay, cool. Like, they've said 3 o'clock.
I've got over that already.
You're over it now?
Yeah, I'm over that already.
I'm still learning. I still don't have the patience for it. I'm not going to lie to you.
Please, I'm coming.
Yeah, please. Yeah, bye-bye. I've asked you a question of how long and you're telling me please it's coming. I don't understand. I asked for time. But anyways. High life or Afrobeats if you had to choose?
That's a tough one, you know. There's some classic high life. Classic that doesn't die. But I'm going to go for the future because the future is everything.
Everything.
So Afrobeats.
Do you have a Afrobeat artist right now or an artist in Ghana that's up and coming, whatever the case may be, that is on your radar?
Afrobeat artist right now, just from Ghana?
Just from Ghana, yeah.
Just from Ghana. I think Black Sheriff is really doing his thing. Someone a bit younger and coming through, Young Dems. Okay. I think Young Dems is really dope. Arada J as well. Okay,
I like that. Now, can you dance Azonto confidently or do you just fake it?
Oh, I just fake it.
You just do it.
I had to do it. I was in the Azonto video for Fuse, right? In London. And I had to dance. Oh my God, it was so bad.
I'm giving...
If you want to catch me dancing, watch that video.
You just insert a clip right now. Why not? It's giving... How Ghanaian are you? I'm thinking about 80%. About 80%. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all.
Just need a passport.
Just need a passport. Yeah, have you got a Ghana card?
Nah, not yet.
Can we get a Ghana card, please?
Can we please?
Please. Like, what are we doing?
Or just some kind of sponsorship from the tourism board. We've been pushing Ghana for a long time.
We have. Please and thank you. Let's make it happen, okay? Let's make it happen. Now, I have this segment that I like to call If I Had the Scripts, right? Where I like to delve a bit more into the creative industry and pretend that I have a voice in the room. So I want to ask you right now, if you had the scripts to power or rewrite or advise a room of upcoming DJs, what would you have done differently? What would you say to them?
What would I say to them? Take your time when you're playing. That's probably the main thing. Take your time. It's not a rush. It's not sometimes foreplay and then you get to it. Not just from the beginning.
Okay, and if somebody was where you were 10 years ago, doing the work quietly, apart from take your time, what's something that you think they need to hear to keep going?
Be strong on social media. I think the game's changed from when I started, there wasn't really social media. But now it's very social media heavy, what you're posting online, your engagement. Yeah, that's probably the best way to get bookings right now.
Okay. And our last question. If somebody has to play one of your mixes or walks into a room where you are playing, what do you want them to feel? What do you want them to take away from the Neptizzle experience?
That your legs and your feet are hurting afterwards.
You've danced too much.
You've danced too much. And you're feeling it the next day.
You've done a gym session.
And you remember it. Like 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you still remember that day. That's what I want.
Okay. I love that. I love that. Do you have any final words for the people that are watching right now?
Make sure you follow me.
Yes. Where can they find you?
DJ Neptizzle on all platforms. I'm trying to take my own advice and be stronger at my social media. So yeah, I'm going to be posting a lot more. You're going to be seeing a lot more of my personality, whereas I probably didn't do that before. I just like to DJ and go home.
Yeah.
And be private. But now I'm going to be a lot more open. You're going to see a lot more of me. And if you've got any questions, inbox me, DM, slide in.
He responds, guys. He's a nice gentleman.
As long as you're not weird.
Yeah, let's not be weird when we're reaching
weird.
out to people.
Yeah. Don't ask me for Momo either. Yeah,
Are they asking you for Momo?
You never know.
So can they ask for Momo? No?
It depends.
Depending on
who it is.
I'm going to ask for Momo.
Not you.
Alright, fine. We'll take it like that. But yes, culture moves fast, but foundations will always last. So thank you so much for being a part of the foundation of everything we are, every creative. This has been myself, Nan Scripts, with DJ Neptizzle. We spoke, and this is Can We Talk Podcast.
Yes, we can.